and welcome to another senseless experiment of mine from Miss.Violet.Needleturn. Top hats are fascinating and timelessly elegant and somehow a bit from another world. But what is hidden under its fabric? And what does the secret folding mechanism of the chapeau claque look like? Today we'll get to the bottom of these secrets together. If you also want to know in the future what I'm doing and which crazy idea I just came up with, then subscribe to my channel and press the bell, and if you like what I'm doing, then give me a thumbs up. Yes. The magic of top hats, testifying to a bygone era and yet simply classic. At the moment I am fascinated by these hats and I really want to try different things. My head is exploding with ideas on how to decorate these. Top hats come in all sizes, but not in all colors. And I have been wondering how to change the color of a hat like this for quite some time now. Whether it is more practical to recover an existing hat with fabric, or whether it's better to completely disassemble the hat and reconstruct it with a different fabric. Actually, I was of the opinion that it's most practical to simply cover the hat with an additional layer of fabric. And I've already started this with this hat, and yes, it works. But then I stumbled across the following video. In a company here in Germany, collapsible top hats are still made until today, and in a promotional video you can see for a short moment how the hats are sewn together. Take a look for yourself.
Hutkrempe, Seidenstoff und Klappgestell machen ihn unverwechselbar. Spezielle Mechanik machte den Chapeau claque auf der ganzen Welt berühmt. Platzsparend war er der ideale Reisebegleiter. Auch heute noch verleiht der Zylinder aus Altenburg seinen Träger einen Hauch von Eleganz. Hut ab!
Well, this video got me curious and I decided to get to the bottom of things. To sacrifice a top hat and take a closer look. To do this I have to completely disassemble a hat, and that's exactly what I intend to do today. I found a hat that didn't cost me a lot of money and it's not in a very good condition, the fabric is scuffed and there's a dent in the lid, so it's perfect material for our research project. And I would say let's get started right away. Nice and slow, step by step, so we can understand what was going on when they made this hat. Ready? So first of all, I will try to remove this headband here. I think there was a point where it moved quite good. Now it's gone. Here, you see this? I try to remove this, and then I will remove here this. There's a kind of a velvet band sitting here, and I will remove that, and then we'll see what's underneath it. Okay, look at this. This ribbon is sewn on the head and then this one is just glued. You see this? This is sewn on. It's a braided linen horsehair stuff. And then they glue the ribbon on this. Good to know. Write that down for me, please, so I can remember. Okay. Don't like this silly. Number one. Okay. I see this, it's already moving. It's really just snapped on this. So I think next step is to remove this band here. Try not to destroy the fabric part. This bump is from the head. You know, this headband, this elastic where you can secure your head on your head, head on your head. This isn't glued, right? Okay, then just unpick this first. Okay. This is the lining here. Ooh. Lining. Ow. You see, this is why I wear a band-aid here. Oh, isn't this interesting? Ooh. Look what's coming out here. Cool, cool, cool. But I'd like to finish this first. So don't freak out, it's really a not expensive one of those hats. You find them quite often here on eBay in Germany. And I think I've paid about 30 euros for it, inclusive shipping, so it's not too much of a damage. I've bought in more expensive books, so it's okay. What did you do here, guys? Look at this. Oh. 1,000 stitches to hold this head. Black thread on black fabric, and I'm feeling my age now because everything's black. Come on. I will cut you if you don't come off. Good. So, what's this bit of... So you see, this is the lining here. The lining is secured to the bottom. And I think, do we have to unpick this on the outside? I don't know. Will it come off like this? Don't think so. This is a white piece of velvet, but I don't think that this has any function here. So these are, I'm sure these are the stitches where this fabric is secured on the frame. You see it moves a bit. Glue, I love it. Okay. No, that's it. It should move, shouldn't it? Or are those the stitches? I have. Okay. Perhaps. Oh, sorry. I have a seam here, and I have a seam not. I don't know if you can see this. We have stitches here, those diagonal stitches. Those stitches are holding this fabric on this metal frame here. But we have another row of stitches here, you can see them here. Those big stitches which go along the line. And I think those are the stitches that hold the head on the brim. So if we unpick those, I think the brim should come off without the head falling apart completely. Oh man. And now if the stitches in here unpick as well, then we are right. I think, but I'm not sure that those are the stitches. Ooh. And does it move? Yes, it moves. You see this? It moves. So these are the stitches that hold the brim together with the top part of the head. Oh, I love, isn't it? I love old thread. Old thread is very nice to work with because it just, yeah, look at this. It just breaks. Yeah, I love it. Okay, it's coming off. You see this? So let's unpick this line here. And it's coming off. Ooh. Look at this. Et voila. This is the brim part. Yeah, I don't think this is easy to copy with, I don't know, my home sewing machine and a bit of an iron. You need really hard machines for this to get this shape. But it's very interesting, isn't it? I think I have a new hobby. Stripping top hats. Think of all what we can do now. We can make sculptured top hats. This one still, I think it's really just for... Why is this tape here? This tape is really only here to get this... to be able to sew this on, I think. The lining is sewn on this ribbon. Because if you, on this fabric, you can't sew lining on here, so they've sewn it right on here. And then the lining can just be stitched on this piece of velvet, I think. So this is why this is here. Do we let it stay here? I don't think so. I will remove this later. Is this seam here in the right? I can't put this back on once I've ripped it off because this is really hard. It's like I've read it's like shellac with, I don't know, it's really hard cardboard, even nearly wooden feeling. So I don't think my sewing machine would be very happy if I'm just sewing on some ribbons here. So I would have to glue, and I'm not not ready for this yet. But let's have a look at this beautiful thing here. So this is our top hat part. And you see, like in the video, this is just flipped over the edge here. And the lining is already installed inside this. I have to have a look how this is worked. Okay, let's remove this. Those are nice big stitches. Shouldn't take too long to remove them. Oh, this is so interesting. And it's much more easier to get it nice and even that way than by pinning it on the finished hat. Na, na, na. And here we are. That's just one piece of fabric, just one layer, not more. Ooh, what's this? Surprise, surprises. Look, dirt. It's dirt. Basically, I think this is the dissolving of the material. So now we hit that point here because this is not moving anywhere. So we have one layer of silky fabric. Here it's coming the same material. It's a bit of plasticky. It's not plastic, it can't be, but you know, this hard woven material. Another black layer. This is the lining. This is a kind of a cardboard, so I think I have to remove this first. That's interesting, isn't it? But those big stitches, they've sewn the cardboard on this stripe of fabric here. It's sewn on this black stuff to keep it in place. So we have this cardboard style as the bottom of the inside lining. The inside lining is sewn on this cardboard here. It's really cardboard, it's not nothing more, that's funny. And then the cardboard is sewn on this stripe of fabric around the top hat. Come out. Ooh. Size 61, right? No, 67. I don't know. So we have here, this is the inside of the cardboard lining. It's really just a piece of cardboard, that's funny. Where is this coming from? Nobody knows. Okay, it's this decoration. Okay. Or perhaps as a protection that the mechanics won't go through the fabric too early. If this is lying like this, then it's not too bad with the metal rubbing through the fabric, perhaps an extra layer. Here you have the seam allowance. Piece of fabric here, piece of fabric here. I think this will be to protect the fabric for rubbing through the mechanics too early. And now what we've got here. Okay, it's just coming off like that. Oh, this is so cool, isn't it? So we have, and this is the crown part. Does it still work? Yes, it still can. Put it, but I don't want to damage it. This is interesting. Now, what we are having is we have this. This is glue. No, that's not glued on. It's sewn on. It is it? I think we have to remove this too. This is glued, I think. Yeah, you see this? It's glued on. So you have a kind of a woven, hard, waxy. I think it's shellac. Shellac is the stuff where the old LPs were made of. You know, this yeah, I don't know how to take it. 67 centimeters. And this stuff is put on the brim. They lay it around the brim on the top. It's not really, it's a square one. It's not really finely cut out. It's just very rough. And then they glue this fabric on this material, I think. What I now want to know is, where is this edge coming from? Because this is the seam allowance of that part here. What are you doing here? There are two seams. We have a seam here, and we have a... No, we don't have... Is this one seam or two seams? One seam? So like it's sewn like okay. So I guess they sew like this. I put it like this and they sew around here. What are they sewing? Ah, this is the edge of that part here. Of that part. And then they are... Okay, I think I get it now. We have the layer of the inner thing, then the layer of the very top layer, and then this is the outer fabric. And then they are putting it like this and sewing it together along the edge. Like this. Is this right? It doesn't look right. How do they do this? It must be like this. This is the seam. You know, here it's the seam. It's sewing all those layers together. And I think this is made by machine though, so they don't do this by hand. I just wonder how they are... They have to fold this in first. You can't like... It's just a mystery how they're doing this. Oh. They have to fold this first. I would have understand if they say, you know, we're putting the layers on like that, and then we are kind of... What I'm wondering now is where does this round shape come from? They have, at some point, they have to take this layer, put this layer on it, but this is not a round shape. This is quite roughly taken out. They put it on, and then they take this, the side, and sew it on like this. Now, how do they know where to sew and where to fold? So perhaps it's pre-folded. Perhaps they use this form to fold the oval, and then they put the lining on, something like that. What do you think? We unpick this? Okay. I think it's just one seam. I guess that they are... You know, at some point there has to be... How do they know how to fold this? Oh man, this is very stable. Do we have to unpick this? What do you think? I think this is quite clear how this works. So I'm not sure if we really have to unpick this thing. This is glued on this here. This is interesting. There's really glue here on this piece. It's all coming apart here. I guess I have to clean my desk after this. That's white. Ah, that's okay. Here, I think this is how they do. They have somehow the form of the oval on this thing, and then they fold it on here, and then they sew around, and then they put it on this. Or perhaps, yeah, I don't know. This is how I would love to know how they're doing this. I think I have to rewatch this movie. Because in the movie I remember that there was this point where the black fabric and this top thing was finished already, and then they were working with the outer fabric, the fabric on this side of all around it. And I think perhaps they are just putting it on and then laying it on top and removing it again, and then go to the sewing machine and make it fixed. I'm not 100% sure how they do this. Yeah, there are no secrets in here anymore except the one. Haha. Is this a line where they marked where they have to cut, or is this just the edge of the metal brim? I think it's just the edge of the metal. What do you think? So I know this is a very sad picture now, but I'm not sure about you, but I have certainly learned a lot, and I can't wait to reconstruct this thing and make something new out of it. So, stay tuned. Now, that was exciting. I've learned a lot, although I still have 1 or 2 small questions left. I think the best way to find out how exactly the lid and the side fabric was done is by putting the whole thing back together. Because even if this way of wearing a top hat would undoubtedly attract a lot of attention, I'm sure that one day, not today and not tomorrow, but definitely in the future, I will turn this frame back into a top hat and I'll see how to sew the fabric onto the lid. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did and learned something new from it. And write me in the comments what you think. Did you think the top hat was constructed like this, or did something surprise you completely? Thanks for watching and see you next time.